Hey friends, Dr. Devin here with Jing Shen Healing Arts. I want to talk more about the Practitioner Library today. We announced the launching of it a couple weeks ago, and then I mentioned in a previous video this week that I got sick almost immediately after we launched it. And so we haven't been able to put out too much more content in regards to what it is, what we're doing with it, and all that good stuff. So this is a first pass at doing that. As you watch this, if you have questions, please drop them. I would love to create more videos and explain the nuts and bolts of this and our overall objective with it, as well as, of course, answer your questions. So, the Practitioner Library is something that both Dr. James and I felt inspired to create based on where we are at in our current state of practice. The reason behind the library is really an ode to our experience at the Academy for Five Element Acupuncture. We, and our clinical residency, there's a moment, and depending on where you studied, you may have something that is of similar energy or container in your clinical practice. But our process when we were seeing patients in school was like we had our patient, we would treatment plan, we would go to this middle room that we called the library, and we would brainstorm with our teachers, our mentors, our classmates to refine that plan before we took it back into the treatment room. This was a space where we talked not only what points we were doing, why we were doing them, what energy we wanted to bring to this treatment for this patient at this moment in time. And it was very collaborative and the container held for that allowed space for us to not only share our vision and what we're hoping to bring forward, but also receive other ideas and feedback and just, conversate through this experience. And it obviously becomes just a normal rhythm in school and is how they integrate us into becoming practitioners. And there's more richness in that than I'm going to be able to get through in a video like this. But it also is something that when you are out and you're practicing, gets missed. Even if you are in a group practice, we often don't have the time and space to just sit and be and conversate and wonder and ask questions and do all of these things because we're trying to do it now. We're trying to solve the problem. And so that was the inspiration behind the Practitioner Library. We wanted to create this space for practitioners and providers to come together and create that library energy and just chat Chinese medicine. Our breakdown of that room, it is one collective room that has some subspaces for us to get into conversation, like a business hub. We have a student lounge that is just casual, come hang out, share a recent win, all that good stuff. And then we have a couple groups that are also going to be more guided by both myself and Dr. James. These are going to provide opportunities for us to drop those hard cases in, respecting patient privacy, of course, but being able to put that sticky case in a room and let us roundtable it and talk through it, ask you more questions to try to help facilitate some of that dialogue and curiosity and wonder and have you thought about this and that type of energy. We also have a room that is going to be purely dedicated to spirit of the points. And so within classical five element, we just approach treatments different. It is less about do this point for this function and is more about the space that it holds and the opportunity of space that it holds when paired with other points. And so we wanted to create a room that we are going to get into a little bit more of that energy. And that is something that we will theme probably bi-weekly or monthly and just have more rich conversations around. So this is not necessarily a platform that is intended to be a dumping ground like a lot of the online forums. This is going to be very intentional and direct and guided and create a container, see where we can run with it. And then as it feels like it's come to a close, we'll pick a new topic. We will also get into some herbs, spirit of the herbs, and it's just going to be a fun way to, I think, dialogue and engage with people And if you're a solo practitioner, it gives you a space to connect with other practitioners in a grounded clinical way that is not necessarily just that flippant off the cuff question that we're putting out on social media forums, but we can actually take some time with and sit with and all of those things. So this is intended to be a slow down, deep dive, rich experience. And there's so much more to say, but I think that's where I want to start by putting this message out there. We are looking for our founding members. We're not being shy about this. This is a brand new project for us. Like I said, we launched it a couple weeks ago. The only thing in the room at this point is a welcome message with some guidelines for the space and an introduction post by me. And yeah, we're looking for our founding members. So we are officially launched and anybody who wants to join us, it is month to month. There is no obligation for you to stick around and stay. But if you stick around as one of our founding members, you really get to help shape what this has the potential to be. And it's going to be super fun to watch it grow and develop into something that allows all of us to continue to grow within ourselves, but also within our practices. So if you are an acupuncturist and you're watching this, Chinese medicine practitioner, whether you have a master's degree, doctorate, you practice herbs, you don't practice herbs, TCM, 5-element, classical, we'd love to have you in the room. Our background and specialty is within classical 5-element acupuncture. We also do a lot of other trainings that we do a lot of extra work, a lot of different nuanced things. We are not purists when it comes to the 5-element world. That is the foundation of our training, but let's get together and just talk Chinese medicine. So if you're interested, or if you're still on the fence and you just want to chat more, I'd be more than happy to hop on a phone call with you, schedule some time and chat through who we are, what we're hoping to do. And yeah, let's do this thing. And like I said, also any questions, drop them in the comments here. I will get on. I will read them, answer them, probably video answer them, all that good stuff. And yeah, we hope to see you in that room very soon.